hostel number 1, the Cube Hotel. I woke up early. But you kind of come in here, check in there, and then all the cubes are over there. It's really cool. Sorry, I gotta be quiet. Everybody's so sleepy right now. But yeah, it's really cool. It's very compressed. But it was really nice. Like they give you like a nice little cube, and everybody there is really nice. It's really quiet. Very, very cool. I'm just gonna go have breakfast on the rooftop here. So sick. I got a tour starting in about an hour, so I'm gonna eat some food, eat some breakfast, read a little bit of my book here. I'm reading Killers of the Flower Moon. Very good. Yeah. I slept from 10:30 to 5:30, which for jet lagged sleeps, okay, so don't judge me. So that means that since I've left 2.5 days ago, I slept a total of 10 hours. However, I'm 14 hours ahead, so to jump 14 hours and then sleep 7 hours on the first night is pretty good. I'm very happy with that. Dude, it's like 8 o'clock and there is like no one outside. It's kind of weird. But what's fascinating is like, I started reading manga a couple years ago, and it's crazy how like true to life this place is with like mangas. Like it's like in a manga. Oh my gosh, look at the cool art. There's Seoul Tower. I love how tiny the hostel is. I often feel that like Saskatoon's too big and spread out. So, I don't know, I like that. Wow. My tour starts in half an hour and it's a 10-minute walk away. So I'm just kind of like goofing a bit here for a few minutes. And then I'll head over there. I think it's like a full day tour too. I think it takes me till like 5 o'clock or something. Yeah, CCTV everywhere. You're like always being watched, which is kind of a cool vibe in some sense, because it's like, if you're not being watched, you can kind of be like a bit shifty when you're not being watched. But when you're always being watched, even when you don't want to be a nice person, you have to be. I'm so excited for today. Okay, we do need more giant robot statues in Canada. Just gonna put that out there. Okay, the directions for this tour is to meet at the currency exchange outside of the Moxie Hotel. So here is the Moxie Hotel. There's like 6 currency exchanges all around it. It's like, oh man. So the other hint is it's by the Chinese embassy, but the Chinese places have Chinese letters. I can't tell what is what, so I gotta find this place in the next 15 minutes. This place is so cool. What's funny is like when I went to Europe, Toronto was my highlight, but like it's cool to go to different cities and see everybody solve the same problems, just like slightly different ways. But anyway, I found my spot. We're meeting at this currency exchange in 20 minutes. And I'm just kind of chilling out in the area now for 20 minutes. Super cool. It does strike me being kind of cyberpunkish. Cyberpunk 2077. And I watched Blade Runner 2049 on the way here, and it does remind me of that too. So cool though, so beautiful. It is wicked hot out. I can't believe how hot it is. So we stopped and got cool outfits. So cool. And now we're off to the palace for a fancy photo shoot. And it sounds like it's gonna storm. Pretty cool though. Right, so we're touring the palace, and up there is where Parasite was shot, up in those mountains. And on the other side of those mountains is North Korea. It's 50 kilometers away from us. You could walk there. All right, we're at the entrance square here of the Gyeongbokgung Palace. It's raining, which is unfortunate. But this is super cool. I'm gonna try to get some cool pictures. Oh my gosh, that's cool too. So that's where the changing of the guard is in an hour or so. So I'm gonna try to get some cool pics for the gram here. Oh, this is so fun. What a good first day. Okay, so that looks like you go in this entrance into a general courtyard and then there into the palace yards. And she was describing that there's kind of like different residences in there. There's like a party building and then like some like other buildings and stuff. It's very securely, very cool. And it looks like there's like little monkeys up there too. Okay, this outfit was quite expensive, so I just want to film myself in it as much as possible. But very cool. I wonder if you can see the guard out here. Okay, our tour guide's still getting the tickets, so I'm gonna sneak away and then run back afterwards. They told us just to pick out whatever outfit, and I guess I picked up the Emperor King outfit. Pretty fancy. Oh, and here's like the front, right out into Seoul. Very cool. Nice, there's other people dressed up too. I feel like I was the only person that took the Emperor King outfit. I don't regret it. It's cool. So she was saying about 10% of the buildings, or the buildings that remain are 10% of what was here at the height of it. So I'm so curious. I can't wait to get in. I got no tickets. Ticket boys. Man, she's still online. I can't believe how epically huge this is though. Like this place is just so big. You can just imagine what a spectacle it would be. Like the horses and people riding through that entrance. Super cool. Okay, I'm in. This looks like kind of like an interior courtyard area. So you go through kind of the main courtyard, another courtyard, and then looks like a gate up further to presumably the palace. There's such cool little walkways over here though. Very cool. I'm just gonna go check those out. See if Chong's on her way. I don't see her. Perhaps I will later. So they said they did a Gucci fashion show here in kind of the archway around the periphery of the temple. So I'm gonna go check that out. Pretend I'm on the walkway. The sheer volume of painting along the roof is really substantial and fascinating. Oh, that's pretty cool. There's like a cool like moat that comes across here in the middle of the courtyard with a bridge, presumably filled with like all kinds of amazing plants. This is very cool. So I guess like these colors are kind of like specific to this king, and so it can only be used by royalty. It's almost like a sigil type thing. You can see the flower on each post and then the specific colors. And so like even if you were rich, you weren't allowed to use those colors. The color was like reserved for the royalty and the gods. And those are like little guardian statue guys up there. Oh, and so there's water in the middle that I was talking about before is to purify yourself on the way to the king. So you would pass by the purifying waters before seeing the royalty. So there's the purifying waters. Pretty cool. Pretty cool outfit. They've got the king sigils here of like a phoenix and like a dragon guy, which is again like another sigil of royalty. And so I have the phoenix and the dragon in the royal kind of outfit here. Very cool. Okay, so this is like the business palace. So like along here are various stones in the courtyard that mark the official. So on the left side would be the military, and on the right side would be the economic, and they would stand next to their stone showing their rank. And then up there would be kind of where they would have envoys and political kind of parties and things like that. And then behind here, there's the Blue House, which is, I guess, the Korean equivalent to the White House. Very grand. Very cool. Very beautiful photo. So Chong was talking about how the king would have the queen and then various concubines, and with the queen, like the servants would watch everything they do to kind of see if they consummate and make a prince, but the king would kind of prefer the concubines because no one cared what he did, so he would have a degree of privacy with them. And that's really interesting. So he would have kind of like these orchestrated dates with the queen, but once or twice a month, and then the rest of his time he would kind of never see her. Here's the cool envoy building. Okay, so this is the main room. Looks like there's a throne in there.
Always higher than the officials to show his power. And then you can see the folding screen behind the king's chair. Red sun and white moon. Red sun means king, white moon means queen. Always, you know, the folding screen should be behind the king. Even you can see same folding screen on 10,000 won bill, green money behind the king's sigil.
So would they move that around with the king? Like if you went somewhere, they would?
Yes.
They're cool.
Always, yeah.
That's
But
so
only,
cool.
you know, king's chamber doesn't have folding screen. If assistants hide themselves behind the folding screen, king must be very dangerous, right? Only residents no folding screen, but everywhere behind king.
And what would this room be used for? This would be like business meetings?
State officials.
Oh, state meetings.
Yeah. Coronation, wedding, to entertain the foreign envoys. And a special, you know, meeting.
And what are these things here with the strings on them?
That is, you know, the table for the officials. But, you know, officials usually stand like this in front of the king.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah. But it looks like two-story building, but it's actually single-story.
Two golden dragons up there. And they've got 7 claws. More claws equals more powerful. So this is supposed to be like a really powerful dragon and a really powerful king. I wonder how many claws are on my outfit here. 6 claws on my outfit, so pretty powerful. Well, okay, so here's the king's place. Better view. So cool. So much paint in there. That's a lot of paint. Man, I bet paint salesmen were like so hyped when this place was getting redone. So I guess they had like a special kind of heating system in the floor of this building and the adjacent building over there, so they would meet in this building. And then they would get really cold and then they'd come over to these warm buildings on the sides. Kind of neat. It's raining quite heavily now. That's a lot of rain. Oh, I totally brought an umbrella today too, and I left it in the transport van, so I'm sure I'll see it again later. Okay, but I didn't rent this cool samurai gear to not make a music video. I mean, come on.
Yeah, out here in Korea. You know, I won't see ya. Cause I'm out here in Korea. None of my homies feel ya.
So silly. The name's Shinobi Rubes. Yeah, I'm kind of a shinobi. I am happy that I like splash out on this. I think it's cool, it's unique. I didn't do a lot of that in Europe. Cool experience. Okay, so she was saying that that's the cool, crazy like party building. So it's just like there's no walls on it, and it goes up, and the second floor is where they would have all these crazy parties and stuff, and it's surrounded by this cool moat. I wish it wasn't raining so much, I could go check it out. Very beautiful regardless. This is actually kind of interesting, like you can walk kind of along this edge. It's protected by the overhang, but you can't go out into the rain. It's a pretty tricky maze navigation site here. Okay, so there looks like the underfloor heating, which presumably is just some kind of like coals or something. Looks very cool. Very secure-y. Okay, so we passed by the kind of embassy kind of business building. So first was the King's building, and then another square with like kind of three different buildings for seems like it's state officials. And now we're back here amongst what I presume is the residences. What's crazy is it's still hot. Like I know I said the weather was supposed to be 31 and rainy, and that's what it feels like. It's crazy. Never felt that before. So Chong was saying that because Korea kept getting into wars, first they got into war with Japan, and Japan basically destroyed that whole entire place. And then it left in ruins for about 300 years. And then Korea rebuilt it. And then they had the Korean War, and then it got destroyed again. And it's like, terrible luck. Alright, well, it's still raining, and we have 10 minutes until the changing of the guard. So I think I'm going to strip off this hangbok so that I can walk out into the rain a little bit and go get a closer look at that party palace. Pretty cool though. Okay, my full royalty clothing is off. Now I'm going to do a little run over and try to take a look at that cool palace. Wow, look how cool that is. And a cool moat all around it. So cool. So there's that pavilion, and that's what I was talking about. The second floor is kind of the party space. I wonder what this bottom floor is used for. Very, very cool. Very magnificent. I gotta play Sekiro again when I get home. I like just took off my fancy clothes and then it like stopped raining. That's okay though. Wow. Look at this crazy garden action here. Crazy bathroom action. Alright, it's changing of the guard in 7 minutes. So I don't have time to see these great grounds. I have to run across and see these guards change. Alright, so here's the cool. Okay, I gotta go to changing in the guard. Okay, not gonna lie, it does look really epic though, with like a bit of water everywhere. So cool. Changing of the guard got cancelled right as I exited the palace. But that's okay. I'm gonna go see if the guards are there at least. And then maybe just go take my clothes back. I don't know. Wow, there's so many people here now. This is crazy. If I have time. go look at those cool residences real quick. I don't really have time. I'm just gonna go back and return these clothes and then chill out and wait for the next place to go. This was really cool though. Very secure. Something I always find interesting about coming from Saskatoon is that there's no tourism in Saskatoon. It's crazy to come where places that's an industry. It's just really interesting. So different. Back out front again. Let's go see if there's some guards here. And then let's get out of here. Oh, they got like cool spears and flags. This is so cool. Unbelievable how many people are here now. This is wild. There's no one here an hour ago. Hey, it's Sean.